we will solve the problems based on quantitative aspects of electrolysis. For solving the problems, you have to remember the formulae, you have to understand each term and remember what is the term. The first is, you can calculate quantity of electricity pass, which is denoted by Q. When you have taken electrolytic cell and the amount of electricity pass, which is denoted by Q, is calculated by using the formula I into T, where I is current in amperes and T is time in seconds. Remember here, units you have to also remember. Quantity of electricity pass is denoted by Q, and Q is equal to I into T, where I is current or current strength, it is also called. I is in amperes and T is time in seconds. The second formula you have to remember is number of moles of electrons pass through any electrolytic cell. The number of moles of electrons pass can be calculated by using the formula Q upon 96500. How this value 96500 come? We have studied in the last video. So Q upon 96500. Again, Q is I into T. So number of moles of electrons pass can be calculated by using the formula I into T upon 96500. Third, moles of products formed. Moles of any product of any metal or gas pass form at any electrode can be calculated by using the formula Q is equal Q upon 96500 into mole ratio, that is equal to I into T. Q is given by I into T. So I into T upon 96500 into mole ratio. What is mole ratio? It is different for different electrolytic cells, and mole ratio is calculated by using the formula mole ratio is equal to number of moles of products formed divided by number of moles of electrons required. So next is mass of products formed. Wow, all these are related to each other. Remember here, mass of products formed is equal to moles of products formed into molar mass of the products. So moles of products formed is equal to I into T upon 96500 into mole ratio, and into molar mass of the product you can obtain mass of the product. So W, that is mass of the product, it is denoted by W. W is equal to I into T upon 96500 into mole ratio into molar mass of the products. Remember this formula you have to use here. If W you have to calculate, you must know what is I, what is T, what is mole ratio, and what is molar mass. Sometimes I you have to calculate, for that W and all these terms are given. Sometimes T you have to calculate, W and all the terms are given. But remember here, the calculation or determination of mole ratio is important because it is different for different electrolytes. Now, the next part is when same quantity of electricity is passed through different electrolytes, two or more electrolytes, then the masses of the two metals or two products formed are related by using the formula W1 upon mole ratio 1 into M1 is equal to W2 upon mole ratio 2 into M2, where W1 is mass of the first product or first substance which is formed in first electrolytic cell. What is the reaction taking place in that electrolytic cell? And for that you have to determine what is the mole ratio, and M1, that is molar mass of that substance, is equal to W2, that is the mass of second substance, divided by mole ratio 2, that is mole ratio we have to determine by considering the reaction which takes place in the second electrolytic cell into molar mass of the second substance. So remember each term and understand each term. Now we will see the problems based on all these formulas. So we will see the first problem. How many moles of electrons are passed when 0.8 ampere current is pass for 1 hour through molten CaCl2. What is it? Molten CaCl2 is an electrolyte. Whatever may be the electrolyte, but we have to calculate how many moles of electrons are passed. What is given? 0.8 ampere current, and time for which the current is passed is 1 hour. Now you know the formula. Number of moles of electrons, we have studied this formula. Number of moles of electrons, second step, is equal to Q. Q is quantity of electricity passed divided by 96500. Now Q is not given, but what is given? Current and time is given. So this formula can be modified. Q is equal to I into T upon 96500. So this formula you have to use. Number of moles of electrons is equal to I into T divided by 96500, where I is current in amperes, which is given, and T is, remember here, T must be in seconds. So 1 hour, this time we have to convert it into seconds. Therefore, if you substitute the values here, I 0.8 ampere current is given. So 0.8 into T, time in seconds, 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes. 60 into 60, that is 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds. So 1 hour is equal to 60 into 60, that is 3600 seconds divided by 96500. So number of moles of electrons we can calculate by solving this problem like this. The zeros are cancelled. You have to see the log of 0.8 plus log of 36 minus log of 965, and if you calculate this value, it will be 0.02985. So number of moles of electrons pass can be calculated by using this formula, Q upon 96500. If quantity of electricity is given, you can directly use the value of Q here. But here in this problem, quantity of electricity is not given. What is given? Current is given, and time for which that current is passed is given. So this formula we have to use, I into T upon 96500, and we have calculated this. Number of moles of electrons is equal to 0.02985. See the second problem. What current strength in amperes will be required to produce 2.4 gram of Cu from CuSO4 solution in 1 hour? Molar mass of copper Cu is given, which is 63.5 gram per mole. So what we have to calculate here? What current strength in amperes, means current strength we have to calculate, that is I we have to calculate. I is not given, will be required to produce 2.4 gram of Cu. If you study this problem, if you learn this problem, here we can say that electrolysis of CuSO4 is carried out, and at cathode you can obtain copper metal, and mass of copper metal which is obtained at cathode is given, which is equal to 2.4 grams. So W is given, which is 2.4 gram, and this current is passed for 1 hour, that is time is also given. It is again 1 hour. You have to convert it into seconds. Remember, 1 hour directly can be converted into second, 3600 seconds. Molar mass, that is M, is given to you, which is equal to 63.5 gram per mole. Now, which formula you have to use? You know the formula, W is equal to I into T divided by 96500 into mole ratio into molar mass, or you can call it as M, capital M, molar mass. Now you have to calculate I, so modify this formula. I is equal to, this I is taken on this side or I is kept on this side, and here you can obtain W into 96500 upon T into mole ratio into molar mass. Mole ratio into molar mass. Correct? So we have obtained the formula W. What is W? W is mass of copper, which is given 2.4. 96500 upon T, that is time, we have calculated in second. Mole ratio. What is mole ratio? We have studied it. Mole ratio can be calculated by stoichiometric chemical equation. Now in CuSO4 solution, Cu++ ions are there. These Cu++ ions are reduced, that is, they accept the electrons and get converted into Cu atoms. So you have to write this equation. Cu++ ions plus 2 electrons gives Cu. So what is mole ratio? Mole ratio can be calculated from this stoichiometric equation, that is equal to number of moles of the product form divided by the number of moles of electrons required. So Cu, 1 mole we have obtained, and how many moles of electrons are required? 2. And so mole ratio for this is 1/2. Now mole ratio we have obtained 1/2. Molar mass is given 63.5 gram per mole. So see here, we will substitute the values. I is equal to W, which is 2.4 into 96500 divided by T, which is 3600 into mole ratio, which is 1/2 into molar mass, that is 63.5. So here you can obtain, again you can cancel these zeros, 2.4 upon 1/2, that is equal to into 2, and so 2.4 into 2 you can obtain it as 4.8 into 965 divided by 36 into 63.5. By solving this by using log table, you can obtain answer 2.026. This is the value of I, and this I must be in ampere, so unit for it is ampere. So I is equal to 2.2026 ampere, right? So we shall see these steps again. We have to calculate current strength in amperes, that is I we have to calculate, W is given, T is given, molar mass is given. Now we have the formula W is equal to I into T upon 96500 into mole ratio into molar mass. Mole ratio we have to determine, and so mole ratio is calculated by using this chemical equation. You must know which reaction takes place at cathode. For formation of 1 mole of copper, we require 2 moles of electrons. So mole ratio for this is 1/2, and so by substituting the values here, I is equal to W into 96500 upon T into mole ratio into molar mass. We have obtained this answer 2.026, and unit you have to write, that is ampere. Third problem. How long will it take to produce 2.415 gram of Az metal from its salt solution by passing a current of 3 ampere? Molar mass of Az, that is silver, is given 107.9 gram per mole. How long will it take means time required is asked. So what you have to calculate here? T. T is not given. How long will it take means time required to obtain 2.415 gram of Az metal. the electrolyte containing Ag metal. For example, suppose AgCl is taken and electrolysis of AgCl is carried out, and at cathode the mass of Ag deposited is 2.415 gram. Now, by passing a current of 3 ampere, that is current I is given, which is equal to 3 ampere. Again, molar mass is given. Molar mass of Ag is equal to 107.9 gram per mole. Now you know the formula. For that we require mole ratio. For mole ratio, we have to write the chemical reaction which takes place at cathode or for the deposition of Ag. Remember here, in the solution we have Ag ions and the oxidation number of Ag is +1. So Ag plus electron gives Ag. This is the reaction or stoichiometric equation which takes place at cathode for the electrolysis of Ag, electrolysis of the solution containing Ag plus ions. That means when we have to calculate mole ratio, it will be equal to number of moles of product formed. 1 mole of Ag is formed by carrying 1 mole of electrons, and so mole ratio is equal to 1. This is important here. We have to determine mole ratio. All these values are given, but mole ratio we have to determine. For that you must know which reaction takes place at the cathode. So remember here, oxidation number of Ag is +1. Like this, 1 electron is taken by this 1 ion and 1 mole of Ag will be obtained. Now here T is asked. You know the formula for W. Like this, the formula for T can be modified. T is equal to W into 96500 upon I into mole ratio into molar mass. All these values we know here. W is given. W is equal to 2.415 into 96500 upon I is given, which is 3 amperes, into mole ratio, which is equal to 1, into molar mass, which is equal to 107.9. So you have to calculate this by using log table, and this value will be obtained. It is equal to 720. What will be the unit for T? Time must be in seconds, so 720 seconds, or you can convert it into minutes. 720 divided by 60, and that is equal to 12 minutes. So remember here, for the deposition of 2.415 gram of Ag at the cathode, when 3 amperes current is passed, how much time is required? It will be 12 minutes or 720 seconds. Like this, you can determine what time is required, or the question is how long will it take. That means you have to calculate T and use this formula, calculate the value of T. It is obtained in seconds, convert it into minutes. See the fourth problem. In a certain electrolysis experiment, 4.36 gram of Zn are deposited in one cell containing ZnSO4 solution. Calculate the mass of Al deposited in another cell containing AlCl3 solution connected in series with ZnSO4 cell. Molar mass of Zn and Al are 65.4 gram per mole and 27 gram per mole respectively. When you read this problem, you can understand that here 2 electrolytes are taken. Which electrolytes are there? ZnSO4 is the first electrolyte and the second electrolyte is AlCl3, and these 2 electrolytic cells are prepared and they are connected in series. The B part we have studied in the quantitative aspects of electrolysis. that is when two electrolytes or two electrolytic cells are arranged in series, then what is the relation between mass of these two metals? Now what is given to you here? 4.36 gram of Zn are deposited in one cell, that is weight of or mass of Zn is given to you. And what is asked? What is the mass of Al deposited in AlCl3 solution? Molar mass of Zn and Al are given to you. You know this formula, W1 upon mole ratio 1. We have studied this formula, mole ratio 1 into M1 is equal to W2 upon mole ratio 2 into M2. What is W1? Mass of the metal which is obtained in first electrolytic cell. Mole ratio we can determine by using the chemical reaction takes place at cathode in first electrolytic cell. M1 is the molar mass of this Zn, we can say here. W2 is mass of Al, mole ratio of Al, here AlCl3 in the electrolytic cell, which reaction takes place at cathode we have to determine, and M2 is molar mass of Al. Now W1 is given, that is mass of Zn is given. You can say W1 or you can say WZn, mole ratio of Zn and molar mass of Zn. Here W2 means molar mass of mass of Al divided by mole ratio of Al into molar mass of Al. Now mole ratio we have to determine first in this. So in first cell, you can say in first electrolytic cell, which reaction will take place at cathode? Now ZnSO4 solution contains Zn plus 2 ions. Zn plus 2 ions are there. Oxidation number of Zn in ZnSO4 is Zn plus 2. It is converted into Zn. How? By accepting 2 electrons. This is very important. Remember here which reaction takes place at cathode. We have to write here. So when we require 1 mole of Zn, 2 moles of electrons are required, and so in first cell the mole ratio or mole ratio 1 here is equal to 1 by 2. Here 1 mole of product divided by 2 moles of electrons. So mole ratio is 1 by 2. In second cell, that is the cell which contains AlCl3 solution, which reaction will take place? In AlCl3, the oxidation number of Al is plus 3. You can determine it by using the oxidation number concept. Al plus 3 is converted into Al. How many electrons will be required here? 3 electrons are less, and so it will be 3 electrons. So when 1 mole of Al is deposited, 3 moles of electrons are required, and therefore mole ratio 2 in second cell, mole ratio 2 is equal to 1 upon 3. That is mole ratio 1, 1 upon 2, mole ratio 2, 1 upon 3. W1 is given to you. You have to calculate W2. So we will substitute the values. W1, that is mass of Zn is given, which is equal to 4.36. So 4.36 divided by mole ratio 1, that is 1/2 into molar mass of Zn. Molar mass of Zn is given to you. Molar mass of Zn and Al are 65.4 and 27 gram per mole respectively. So Zn has molar mass 65.4 is equal to W2 we have to calculate, because we have asked what is the mass of Al deposited. W2 upon mole ratio second, that is mole ratio of Al, it is equal to 1/3. We have determined it, into molar mass of Al is given, which is equal to 27. Like this we shall determine value of W2. W2 is equal to, now see here, W2 is equal to 4.36 into 1/3 into 27 divided by 1 half means here it is equal to 2 into 65.4, that is equal to, here you can divide this value by 3, and so if you calculate this value it will be equal to 1.22 grams, sorry, 1.2 grams. So here that means when same quantity of electricity is passed through ZnSO4 and AlCl3 solution, when 4.36 gram of Zn is deposited in ZnSO4 cell, here 1.2 gram of Al will be deposited in AlCl3 cell. So these two values are different because they depend upon the molar mass as well as the oxidation number, or you can say valency of that element.